Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, to 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com, and Eastern Plains Sports Network. Tyler Carmen with you here from Larry Mills Field at Beat Dicker Stadium as the coin toss is getting ready to happen here as George Washington is hesitant to walk out on the field. Looks like they might be a little scared. I don't know.
Anything's possible, right?
Anything is possible. Looking at George Washington's starters here, a lot of juniors and seniors. Gabe Smith is leader of that offense. He's a 5'6", 150-pound junior quarterback. He wears number 7. Across from him, Maltos Garcia. He is your Beat Digger senior starting quarterback. Hondo and Cesar Hinojos are your captains at center field here. Brush in their burgundy and gold uniforms, burgundy jerseys, gold pants, gold lettering, burgundy helmets. George Washington across from them, green and white are their primary colors. They are in their away white jerseys, white helmets, and green pants. All the numbers, easy to see. Something Rob always likes to talk about is make sure he can see the numbers. One of the first games I did with Rob, we was Brush against Wiggins, and Wiggins had some awful uniforms where you couldn't read the numbers to save your life. I think Rob mentioned it about half a dozen times. I can't see those numbers out there. So every game since then, he always tries to bring it up and mention it. He's like, oh, good, we can see the numbers this time. There you go. Yeah, Rob, we can, for sure.
Beautiful night here tonight also. I mean, it's got a little bit of a breeze. I know it was a hot day today. It's starting to cool off as it will, as the game goes on. And also a very good crowd for the kickoff of the season. So nice to see this many people out here. Of course, with Larry Mills and his celebration and dedication to the field, I'm sure I know that had a lot to do with it, as there's lots of former players here in the stands, and they come out to watch the Beat Diggers play, and also I know honor Coach Mills.
Absolutely. Coin toss has concluded. George Washington won the toss. They deferred. And the Beat Diggers will receive. Beat Diggers will be going my right to left, south to north on Larry H. Mills Field. Opening kickoff brought to you by Buildings by Design. When it comes to experience, Buildings by Design is the best in the business. Quality, commitment, and experience makes BBD the only choice when it comes to your next project. Cesar Hinojos, Ty Griffith, and Kyle Wellen are your 3 men deep for the return. Coach Schwent eager to get started here. As for George Washington High School, their head coach is Dwight Swift. He's assisted by Kevin Aiken, Larry Brooks, Darren Dunson, Taylor Nauber, Eric Lopez, Terry Ruth, Robert Smith, Lance Vieira, Marcus Vieira, and Marcus Wedgeworth. Enough assistant coaches, I think, for every starter on the field. Assistant coaches for Lance Swift include Joe Rosenbrock, A.C. Wellen, a couple more. I don't have the list in front of me.
Austin Acosta, Victor Lopez.
Yep, Victor. We'll be sure to get those for the next game. To kick off for George Washington will be number 56, Godfred Ani. He's a 6'6", 200-pound junior. He looks bigger than that. George Washington not short on height, pun intended. And we're away. 2021 season is underway. Here's Kyle Wellen, takes the kickoff at the 20-yard line, turns it upfield, does a nice return, gets up to just shy of the 40-yard line, call it the 39. Good return there and good start for the Beat Diggers as Hondo will trot onto the field for his first series of the season. As I said, he will start at the 40-yard line. They didn't give Kyle that extra yard.
Made it a 20-yard return for Kyle Wellen.
Brush breaks the huddle here. Hondo will walk him up to the line. He goes under center, 2-man backfield. Kyle Wellens to the left. Cesar directly behind. Ty Griffith to the right. Wellen in motion left to right. Takes the handoff, handed off to Cesar. He's off the right side. He gets swallowed up by number 1, Josh Wolfer. Cesar turns ahead, should pick up 5 or 6 yards. Good opening play there for the senior Cesar. Second down and 5 for the Beat Diggers. Same formation here as they split out. Caden Schwint to the left. He'll come in motion here. Tight end, Caden Moriarty will swap around. They'll just flip that formation. Kyle Wellens to the left. They pitch it to the left. Ty Griffith's got it. He turns it upfield. Nice cut move across the 50, across the 45, down to the 40-yard line. First down picked up there by Ty Griffith. Good run.
15-yard gain on that play, Ty Griffith.
Good first carry for the junior. And a first down. Beat Diggers in plus territory. Minute gone by here in the first quarter. Ty did go out of bounds, so clock stops. 11:06. They'll go back to Griffith there, the junior. He gets across the 35, diving across for a couple more. Should pick up about 7 yards there. I'd say 7. I think they're only going to give him. Nope, they give him 7.
7.
Good blocking up front. That offensive line looks pretty good now, Rob.
Yep, they are. Starting to gel and put things together now, which is good early in the game.
Yep. Austin Sisko's out far right for the Beat Diggers. They're on the left hash. Checked into the game is Ivan Cardenas. He goes right to left in motion, handed off up the middle across the 30-yard line. Should be another first down. I believe that was Cesar, who picks up about 4 yards and a first down. Ball's at the 29 of George Washington. George Washington, like I said, looks like they're full of athletes. The really good ones look like they're split out at the cornerback positions. Little do they know they're not going to get a whole lot of action tonight. Hondo is a threat to throw, but when you can run the ball as effectively as they have to start, there's no need. Fake the toss to the right, up the middle. That's going to gain maybe 1. Gets maybe to the 29-yard line. Caden Schwint checks back into the game. Clock turning again. 9.5 to go first quarter. Score is knotted up at 0. Cardenas to the left, Hondo under center. He'll pitch it to the left. Turns the corner. That's Kyle. Kyle trying to find the edge. He gets to it, pushed out of bounds.
Should be close to a first down. He went right out, just right about the 20-yard line, and I'm looking at the down marker across the field. It should be pretty close. If not, maybe about a yard short, half a yard short.
Watching the yard marker there. Yep, about a yard short. So give 8 yards to Kyle Wellen on his first carry of the day. We got about 3rd and 1. That marker is just past the 20-yard line, so give him 1.5. Hondo under center, takes a snap. Handoff up the middle to Wellen. Wellen's got room to run. Nice tackle there from the safety position. I believe that was number 3, Silas Evans, but good tackle doesn't matter much when it's 8 yards down the field. First down, Beat Diggers.
First down. Ball spotted at the 12-yard line of the Patriots.
Nice drive for the Beat Diggers right now, chewing up the clock. 8:59 to go in the first quarter, and they've still got possession of the ball.
Back-to-back 8-yard runs for Kyle Wellen. Wellen, Hinojos, Griffith, your 3 main ball carriers, 2 carries each. Hard for the defense to get a grasp on things when they don't know who's going to get the ball. Cardenas in motion left to right. Hondo turn around, pitch it right. Ty Griffith, he's looking for the edge. Gets around, across the 10-yard line. Good wrap-up tackle there by 15. That's Avi Friedman. He's a senior.
Gain of about 3 for Ty at that play.
It will be 2nd and 7 for the Beat Diggers as Cale Stegner checks back into the game for your Beat Diggers. Beat Diggers break the huddle here. George Washington really not changing up their defense a whole heck of a lot. They have brought a couple of their safeties down in the box. Now they stack it again. Looks like they're bringing two guys up the middle. Hondo will drop back. He's looking right, and he throws it to the end zone. Waiting for touchdown, Beat Diggers. That's number 8, Caden Moriarty, the senior, with a nice diving catch on the end. Took forever for the refs to give the okay call there, but that is Brush's first touchdown of the season, and they go up 6-0 over George Washington with 7:53 to go in the first quarter. Hondo's first pass of the season is a completion for a touchdown.
And that about a 10-yard completion for a touchdown?
Yeah. On for the extra point here. A line drive kick. I think that's good. Nope. Went underneath it. Eric Gable-Risch, the senior, misses the extra point, but don't let it take away from an excellent opening drive for your Brush Beat Diggers. They take the lead 6-0.
Tonight we'll be recognizing all Beat Digger football alumni by the decades they played. Right now we'd like to
First score of the game is brought to you by Western Engineering Consultants, engineering consulting services for all of your projects. Strong commitment to your clients' needs. Set them apart. Get your project started the right way with Western Engineering Consultants. You'll hear from a flurry of 2021 football sponsors throughout the season. I mentioned George Washington playing a spring season last year. They went 4-1 on the year. Wins against Kennedy, Lincoln, Skyview, Denver North, Centaurus, and then a loss to Gateway, 30-27 on May 1st. So they're a little bit fresher than Brush is.
Well, you know, just in the standpoint of being in football game mode and playing, and you know, coming off that season, definitely had a little bit of an impact on them.
As the kickoff for Brush travels about the 15-yard line. That's number 2 for George Washington as he finds the edge, hurdles a guy, gets tackled right at the 50-yard line. I think George Washington's going to start in plus territory.
About a 40-yard kickoff return for George Washington.
That is Marcellus Honeycutt. I think he wins tonight's award for coolest name. Good return on his part. And George Washington will start right at they're going to mark it back a yard, 49-yard line. .7:45 to go. Patriots line up in the pistol formation. Quarterback Gabe Smith about 4 yards behind his center. Two receivers split out left, one right. One comes in motion left to right. They're going to throw a screen pass. That's coming out of nowhere as Honeycutt's got it. And he's dragged back there. Good tackle. Caden Schwint leading the way. He read that all the way.
Yes, great scouting on the part of the defense. Great job on Caden Schwint to stay home, recognize that play's coming there, and then have a good, solid tackle to stop him from picking up any yards.
A.B. Friedman was the man in motion there. Completely whiffed on his block, but when Caden Schwint's coming downhill that fast, there's not a whole lot Friedman can do. That'll be a loss of about 7 yards for Gabe Smith. Same formation here, 2 left, 1 right. They're on the right hash mark going left to right. Flag comes in from the back judge.
It's like a delay of game.
That's what I think that hand signal means, delay a game. Sure enough, 5-yard penalty. That's going to back up George Washington even more. They'll stay in that 2 left, 1 right. They got a tight end to the right. Smith will send his man in motion again. That's Friedman left to right. He makes a turn uphill. Smith's looking deep, pump fakes. He's in trouble. He's going to be sacked close to the 30-yard line. The ball came loose. And it's Brush football. That is a fumble by quarterback Gabe Smith. Don't know who forced it.
The force
But
on
that
play
is
was
Dominic Ontiveros who
Dominic
comes
Ontiveros.
up with it.
Yep.
Can't ask for a much better start to the game as Brush will take over at the 32-yard line. Great field position there. As Alejandro Montos Garcia will march back onto the field and start this series from great field position here. They'll go 2 wide receivers split out, one right, one left. Cesar's right behind him, under center. Griffith to the right. George Washington creeping up the middle, handoff there to Cesar. He'll pick up about 2.
Right now by number 60, Jude Marino, and number 34, Marquavius Lee.
Getting tackled there. Oh, they gave him more than that. They gave him about 4 yards for Cesar.
Generous on that spot, which is good.
Definitely. Yep, we'll take it. We will take it. No problem. Coach Mills has got to like what he sees so far. I mean, this is his offense. Ground and pound it. Same formation here. Griffith will go in motion left to right. They pitch it to him. He turns it upfield. Close to the first down. I don't think he's going to get it. They're going to give him about a yard short.
Pick up about 7 on that play for Ty Griffith. Not bad. 3rd and short.
Call it 3rd and 2. Griffith leading away with 4 carries in this first quarter. 5.5 to go. Brush leads 6-0. Split out right is Austin Sisk. Wellen goes in motion left to right. Hondo will give a cross counter handoff there to Griffith. He's wrapped up in the backfield. It's the first play that's gone for a loss. That's number 52 for the Patriots. Kerry Brown, 6'2 junior, 265. He looks every bit of it. Good tackle on his part.
Loss of about 2, right, on that play?
Yep. Now Brush will have about a 4th and 4 here. They're going to go for it. As Schwint and Yvonne Cardenas will trot back onto the field. Griffith will take a breather.
Might be a good time right now for them to run a bootleg pass in this situation since the pressure is starting to come. They were able to get through that last series on the for the offensive line. Look for them to maybe throw the ball right now.
Yeah, Schwint wants to talk about it, so he'll take a quick timeout here. Timeouts brought to you by Greg Mullen at State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, Greg Mullen and his team are there to make the insurance world easy for you. Call them today, 842-4555. First timeout. I feel like it's a good time. We are honoring Larry Mills tonight, but I have one other person I'd like to mention tonight. I just want to mention it real quick. Ron, I'm sure you know him, but as far as the ag community goes, and I know 1010 listeners for sure, mourn the loss of Brian Ulmer yesterday morning. He was picked to go home, so an incredible influence in the ag community and in the young ag community especially. I mean, I know going to high school, I can remember him coming to talk to us, and if you ever went to Stock Show, you know you could hear Brian Ulmer, and if you ever heard an ag report, can almost guarantee that it was Ulmer's voice giving it. So just praying for his family and mourn the loss of one Mr. Brian Ulmer. So out of the timeout, Brush, 4th down, 4 to go. Fake the pitch, Hondo back to pass. He's got more yard, turns the corner across the 10-yard line, brought down right at about the 10. You called it, Ron. Good play there as Caden Moriarty picks up the first down and a whole heck of a lot more. Give him about, what would you say, a 15-yard?
15 yards on that play.
So Hondo 2 for 2. Moriarty, his favorite target so far. It should be 1st and goal to go here. Handoff up the middle, Cesar. Cesar bullying his way through, trying to get 5 yards. I think they're going to stop him short, give him 4.
Brought down by number 34, Marquavius Lee. Ball spotted at the 6-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Ball at the 6, 4-yard gain. Cardenas back into the huddle. Schwint's going to be your man out far to the right. Just under 4 to go in the first quarter. George Washington switching around a little bit. Safety's creeping down there on the goal line. Hondo's going to try a little quarterback boot, and he's in for the touchdown. That's Brush's second touchdown of the game. It comes with 3:43 to go, and Brush goes up 12-0 in the first quarter. Nice little boot rollout and way just to plow his way in. Hondo gets his first rushing touchdown of the season. Six-yard carry there.
At 3 minutes and 43 seconds to go in the first quarter, Brush is up again. Scores another touchdown.
Let's see if Gable Risch can put this one through. No, I apologize. That's Cesar Hinojos in to kick this extra point. Good snap, good hole. Kick is up. That one looks good. And it is Cesar drills it through. Brush takes the 13-0 lead here in the first quarter.
And of course, that drive starting with that turnover in the in that first quarter at about 6:57 to go when GW rolled out, or the quarterback was back trying to pass the ball, and he had a lot of pressure put on, went down to the ground, fumbled the ball, we recovered it, and just like that, we're up 7 more points on the scoreboard. So looking at the game early, it's Brush is keeping it simple. What they do and what they do very good is they just run the ball, you control the clock, you keep it out of the other team's hands, and nothing more you can do there. Just keep it simple, score points, and control the clock.
Simple, simple, simple. I'm sure Coach Mills probably said something to that. Did he say KISS ever? Keep it simple, stupid? Yeah. It sounds like something he would say. And you're right, Brush has done a great job of it so far. So Cesar's going to get ready to kick off here again from the 40-yard line, going right to left, south to north. Honeycutt, one of the men deep. They're going to kick it on the ground, keep it away from him. He's going to pick it up anyway, about the 15. Just to go up the left side, up the middle. Gets hung up there. Somebody's going to bring him down. They do finally catch him at about the 42, 43-yard line. Good gang tackle there. They give it to number 3, Sisk.
Yeah, he's definitely a game breaker for him, so it's smart to keep it out of his hands. I mean, early in the season, special teams are one thing that is not probably firing on all cylinders like you want it to. It takes a little bit of time, so definitely make it easier for your team by keeping the ball away from him.
It always seems to come up, early in the season. Something always happens. That and ball security, which we've seen. So, good call there. So, GW takes over. 42-yard line. 2 receivers out, 1 tight end to the right. They're going to hand off to the right. That's Honeycutt. He's going to get tripped up at the 40-yard line. That's another loss there. Good defensive stop on first down for the Beat Diggers. Caden Schwint involved with the tackle there, as is your quarterback Hondo. He plays a little linebacker too. They have listed as a defensive back, but that's more of a linebacker position. He plays more in the box than anything.
Yeah, he's a versatile athlete. As a strong safety, and then also bring him down in the box if you want some more force in the run game.
Same formation, tight end to the right. Smith under center this time. He's got 2 running backs split out behind him. Turns it around, fakes the handoff. Now he's rolling again, looking right. He's got a man open deep. Ooh, overthrew him. Caden Schwint got beat there by Ricky Valdez, but Valdez just couldn't run underneath that one. Schwint looking to his coach. Coach says, hey, you got lucky. It's okay. Sometimes you need a little luck. Valdez was screaming down the sideline. That would have probably been 6. We had a safety come across the field, but I don't know if he'd have caught him.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he would have caught him. That's just a breakdown in coverage, just not realizing, probably letting that cushion get too close to you, not getting out of your back pedal and running with the ball player.
So that's Smith's first incompletion of the game. His first completion went for a loss on that screenplay. He's back in the pistol this time. Oh, a blitz. Cesar coming out of nowhere. Drops him back behind the 30-yard line. He's going to be 4th and forever for the Patriots now. 2:30 to go in the first. They trail 13-0. That's not what you want at all. Way to dial up the blitz there.
4th down and about 18 yards to go.
18 sounds like forever. We'll see what George Washington. There's some different personnel running out. I think they're going to go ahead and punt this thing. They are. We got a punter walking back. I think Honeycutt's going to be their punt man. Kyle Wellens back around the 30-yard line. He'll trot up about the 35. Hardly any breeze tonight, but it is blowing out of the north. Honeycutt gets it off. Yo, Poison, get away from it. There you go. Ball will be picked up at about the 30, call it 38-yard line of brush territory, and they will take over on a pretty quick 3-and-out there. Exclamation point put on by Cesar, getting second sack of the game for the Beat Diggers as he drops Smith for about 8. Brush takes over with just 2 minutes to go in this first quarter. Wellens split out left this time. She went to the right. Griffith and Hinojos behind Hondo. Handoff to Cesar. He's up the middle. Close to the first down. Looks like it. Close to the 50. Are they going to give it to him? The ref's trying to walk a straight line, but he's walking closer to a first down. Nope, they're going to mark him about a half-yard short. Give Cesar 9. Oh, no. No, they must have moved it. They give him 10 and a first down. Yard shy of being in plus territory. Clock's still running at 1:30 to go in the first. Hondo under center again. Everybody's stacked in tight. Griffith up the middle. Looks like he gets about 4. Cardenas
Could have been Wellen.
Was it Wellen?
It was Wellen, yep.
It was Wellen.
Made up 3 on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 7.
I'd be remiss to mention Ty Griffith is my brother-in-law, so I probably shouldn't get that one wrong. I know his parents are listening. They're sitting right in front of us, so that's one thing. He's got a big family, though. You never know.
Yes, he does.
Cardenas is your man off the line to the left. Turn around, hand it off up the middle. Cesar, spin move. Still turning his legs. He's got another first down.
8 yards on the carry for Cesar. Nice night. Good, nice power running by the part of Cesar. He's a tough kid to bring down. I don't know if you see how big that kid is. He's solid. He's got strong legs on him.
Well, you want to talk about a heck of an athlete. Watching him in basketball last year, I mean, far and away one of the best athletes. It comes back to multi-sport. I mean, that's what it'll do for you. We're under a minute here, 20 seconds to go. Beat Diggers should get one more play out before the end of the quarter. Hondo will walk up, 15 seconds. He's got plenty of time here. Takes the snap, pitch it left. Kyle Wellens, your carrier. He might have got 1. Maybe 1.
I think he just got back to the line of scrimmage on that one. It was a deep pitch to the left side here, to the near side of the field. With that, I think it's the end of the first quarter.
It is 13-0. Your Beat Diggers lead. We will take a quick timeout. Come back with a second quarter action right here on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com, and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Welcome back into Beat Digger Football on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com, the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Your Beat Diggers walk into the second quarter up 13-0 on the George Washington Patriots. Before I forget, I want to mention one thing about George Washington. It's the only thing I know about him. It's where Chauncey Billups went to high school. That's the only thing I know. Courtesy of Russell Jones. Russell, if you're listening, I talked to him about 2 hours before the game, and I told him who they were playing. He goes, "That's where Chauncey went to high school." And I said, okay, that's about the only thing I know about him, so that's one more thing that I did before walking in here. So open up the second quarter. Cesar off the right side, stiff arm. Gets pulled down. Give him probably about 7. Stops shy of the 30-yard line. Tough to bring down. I don't think George Washington was ready for how hard it was going to be to tackle these Beat Diggers.
No, and Cesar Hinojos, he just runs. He's so smooth with the ball. He knows when to shift the hands, get the ball. He makes a move, plants his foot in the grass, and gets going upfield.
It's about 3rd and 3 for the Beat Diggers here. Wellen and Hinojos are the men in the backfield. They hand off to Wellen. Wellen stonewall, but I think he's got the first down. Drove back a little ways, but I think he got it. Oh, yeah, for sure. Give him about 5 yards there and a first down.
Gains it up for another bigger first down. Ball plotted at the 27.
I have swap fields now, so now Brush has got whatever wind there might be. You know what? I take that back. The wind's coming out of the south. Look at the flag on top of the...
Just barely.
Just barely a little bit. Wellen knows in the backfield again. They're on the right hash. Hondo takes the handoff up. Or, I'm sorry, Hondo hands it off to Hinojos. Hinojos turns the corner and gets upfield. They give the tackle to Honeycutt.
Was that Hondo on the carry?
Nope, that was Hinojos.
Okay,
yep.
Cesar.
Give him about,
Pick up about 4.
And George Washington's going to take their first timeout of the game. Wait, timeout brought to you by High Plains Bank, your friendly local community bank, serving Wiggins and all surrounding areas. Find out more at highplainsbank.com. We've got people in the stands who played for Coach Mills in the 1980s. The only one I recognize, father-in-law Virgil Griffith. Hey, Virgil. 10:30 to go. Brush still leads 13-0 in the second quarter. It'll be about 2nd and 6 there. As Hinojos picked up about 4 on that last carry. Brush returns to the field. A couple of notable seniors on that offensive line. Ismael Hernandez and Dominic Ontiveros.
Ontiveros will be a junior.
Is he a junior?
He's a junior, yes. So the only senior we've got right now on that line is our center, which is Izzy Hernandez.
Is he? Okay. All right, well, you make a note to him then, because it says senior.
No, he is a junior.
Well, that's exciting then. You get him for 1 more year. That's good news. Hondo under center. Hands it off up the middle to Griffith. Griffith's got the right side.
Down to the 13
Brought down. Honeycutt with the tackle again, but doesn't much matter. Another first down picked up by your beat diggers. And it's going to be about
8 yards.
Yep, 8 yards, and they are on the 14-yard line. Clock turning again. 10-10 to go in the second. Schwint's going to go out left. They're on the far right hash. Maybe look for Moriarty here. He's your tight end to the right. Hondo up the middle. Wellen turns across. He gets across the 10-yard line. Give him about 5 yards. They give the tackle to Elijah Bryant for the Patriots.
You know, when you can continually pick up 4 or 5 yards every time on first down, it just makes every other second, third down so much easier. And right now, Brush is doing a phenomenal job of controlling the clock. 9 minutes and 29 seconds to go in the second quarter. They still got possession of the ball and working their way right down the field.
Yeah, at some point, GW's got to realize that, hey, you guys know what's coming. So I think they're getting a little bit of the scent of it now, and they still can't slow it down here. Off the right side, Hondo fakes his handoff, turns it around the corner again. He walks into this one. Touchdown, Brush beat diggers. Their third one of the night. Second rushing for your quarterback, Alejandro Maltos Garcia. Give him about 10-yard scamper there.
10 yards and a touchdown at 9 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the second quarter. Brush just controlling the clock right now and keeping the ball out of George Washington's hands.
Cesar is going to trot on for the extra point. Oh, no. Gable Rich is in to try this one. Wind is dead. Flags aren't moving at all. Kick is up, and that one looks good. It is indeed. 9:10 to go. Second quarter. Brush leads 20-0 over the 4A George Washington Patriots. Morgan Community College, MCC, is here to make your dreams become a reality for both traditional and non-traditional students. Check them out today at morgancc.edu.
That right there, an 8-play, 38-yard scoring drive for the Brush Beat Diggers, culminating in a touchdown by Arnaldo Maltos Garcia, making the score, like we said, 20-0. So great job for the Beat Diggers. And they've been relying pretty heavily on Cesar Hinojo. So far in the game, he's had 8 rushes for 46 yards. So he's the grinder on the team. And then you've got the other guys that also pick up the slack. But Cesar is the man right now running the ball, and he's tough to bring down.
Oh, man. I don't really envy GW defense at all. When you see 28 coming downhill, it's kind of like, well, here we go again. Rish for the kickoff. He's going to kind of pooch kick this thing about the 30-yard line. Nice tackle there, Caden Schwint. Number 30 for the Patriots, the one that caught it, and he managed to fall forward, but Caden Schwint came screaming down the Brush sideline. Able to get in on the tackle there. I like that a little bit better than letting Honeycutt get a running start and get going downhill.
Yeah, that's a great job on kick coverage right there. And that right now, GW will take over the ball at their own 36-yard line.
That was perfect placement by Gable Rish. Put it right on the sideline. Must have been a penalty on the play that I didn't hear because they just placed the ball at Brush's 49-yard line. Must have been a 15-yard penalty somewhere.
Not quite sure if that obviously has to be a personal foul, but I don't know exactly who it was called on or what the call was. I did see a little scuffle and scrapping going down here on the near sideline after the tackle.
Maybe.
So maybe it was a late hit. Not quite sure on that one.
Maybe. Either way, GW takes over about as good as field position as they've had so far. Smith in the pistol again. They go 3 split out right, then hand up the middle, dropped in the backfield. Oh, my gosh. That was Ontiveros right there. Drops number 26 for the George Washington Patriots. That's Elijah Bryant. He's a 5'7" senior. He just kind of fell backwards. He was not ready for Ontiveros to be coming downhill that fast. Give Bryant about a 1-yard loss on the carry.
What made that play a lot easier, too, is they pulled the far side guard, and there was an opening there. Nobody went backside to block our defensive tackle, and he just shot right through there.
They go same formation, 3 wide right, 1 left. They're at the 50-yard line. Smith's in the pistol, about 5 yards deep. His running back's behind him, about 4 yards deep. They throw a screen pass. That's in the dirt. That was definitely a forward pass, though. Cardenas never wanted to miss an opportunity, though. He picked it up. Good discipline on his part, so that falls incomplete. Smith's 1 for 3 in the game. 8:19 to go. 20-0 Brush leads second quarter action. Stay tuned for your halftime show coming up here shortly. GW taking their sweet time here. We don't have a play clock, but it's got to be getting low. 3 wide right, 1 left. He bobbles the snap there, turns around. Now he wants to run. Oh, he's going to get hung up. He makes it to the left. He's scrambling out. Tried to get to the sideline. He gets tripped up. He's going to turn about a terrible play into about a 5 to 6 yard gain.
And number 52, Cody Lindsay.
Smith definitely dangerous with the ball. I mean, and I'm not saying it a good way. He doesn't ever tuck it away, and he kind of runs with it out to his side.
Yeah, great job on the part of the defense there. Caden Schwinn staying home, realizing he's scrambling, not getting caught up with the receiver going downfield, able to come up and force the run and blow that play up.
So it's going to be 4th down for the Patriots. They're going to go for it. They're going to go.
Look for one to throw it up to this nearest.
Yeah. 2 wide right, 1 wide left. They're on the left hash. And, this should be a false start. There was some flinching and movement. Back him up. Yep, ref's walking. He's walking south. Oh, no, delay game. I told you, that play clock really, I wish we had one because it really feels like they take a while to get out of the huddle and get to the line and get set. They're going to stay in that same formation. They got a tight end to the left. 2 wide right, 1 wide left. Pistol formation. Bryant behind Smith.
Honeycutt.
Bryant goes out right, and he's looking deep. Pass ball is incomplete. He had Bryant on a little flare, but just missed him. So Smith's pass ball is incomplete. I think he was looking for his tight end across the middle. Either way, that was 4th down, so Brush will take over with 7:06 to go, looking to put one more score on the board before halftime.
For the Patriots, ball spotted at the 48-yard line. First and 10, go
Brush takes over, pretty good field position there, throwing 48. Hondo walks up to the line. He's got Schwint out right on the right hash. Wellens in motion left to right. And we've got a stoppage here. George Washington is going to take a time out. Premier Farm Credit, they understand production ag and have been serving our rural communities for over 100 years with locations in Sterling, Fort Morgan, Yuma, and Holyoke.
So Tyler, looking at that last formation as Brush set up and GW is there, they're definitely afraid of the run. They're trying to do anything they can to stop the run. They cheated up their safeties, and so I look for Brush, Coach Schwint calling that, with them calling the timeout from GW for him to, I know that they probably noticed that, and I'd look for him to take a chance going downfield right now.
This would be the time to do it, for sure. And if I was a bet man, I bet he runs one play to get in plus territory, and then, yeah, I wouldn't doubt him at all. Looking for a little bootleg, probably maybe a Hondo's left.
Crossing play possibly to Moriarty.
Moriarty is lined up to the right at tight end. Bush has got one man split out left. Hondo under center here. Oh, here it is. Drop back to pass. He's going to let it fly for Wellen. Wellen's underneath it, and that ball's nearly picked off. Friedman had a chance, should have had it. Hondo kind of off his back foot there. Friedman looked like he definitely had it there. Wellen just a little too deep.
Not enough air under the ball. He didn't.
No.
The ball kind of floated there, and that allowed that defense to come underneath it and potentially try to pick that off.
So they'll try over again on 2nd down from their own 48. Turn around, hand it off. Cesar finds the right side, gets across the 50, stood up. Hard to bring down. Still standing. Nobody ever got him to the ground, but they stop him about, after 4 yards of progress, I would say. Maybe 5. We're going to give him 5 yards. No. Well, if he placed the ball, there it is.
Should be 5 yards.
Yeah, give him 5 yards.
That's 10 carries for 51 yards so far in the first half for Cesar.
So Wellen will go line up on the right side. They fake the handoff. Here comes Hondo, bootleg right, turns up field, gets across the 40. That's a first down. Hondo gets about 7 yards and a first down there. 6:14 to go in the first quarter. And for some reason the clock, they stopped the clock to move the chains. They shouldn't. There it goes again. Good first down picked up for Maltos Garcia.
You know, Maltos Garcia, 3 rushes, 24 yards and so far in the game. And
2 touchdowns. Yeah. That's all.
Not bad numbers.
That's all you need to hear right there. Under center again, takes a snap. A little pitch handoff to Cesar. Cesar's across the 30. That's another first down there. Give him,
11 yards.
Give him more than 10.
Gains it up for another bigger first down. Ball spotted at the 29 of the Patriots.
29-yard line of the Patriots. 5.5 to go. Second quarter action. They'll bring everybody in tight. Cardenas on the left, Moriarty to the left. Wellen and Hinojos in the backfield. Turn around. Hand it off up the middle. That's Wellen churning and moving. Shakes off a tackle nearly down to the 10. They stop him shy of it. Give him about, holy cow, 18 yards
18.
for Kyle Wellen.
First down. Ball spotted at the 14 of the Patriots.
Longest rush of the night for the Beat Diggers. And they are knocking on the door again.
Wellen 7 rushes for 47 yards tonight in the first half.
That's impressive. Griffith and Wellen in the backfield now. They'll flip their formation. Cardenas will be on the left. Sisk will go far out left. Hondo, turn around, hand it off to Griffith. Griffith's off the right side. Shake around the tackle. Can't quite shake him. Gets across the 10-yard line.
Out of bounds at about the 8.
And number 3, Silas Evans.
Give him about 6-7 yards on the carry maybe.
Your attention, please. If you were a coach or player for Coach Mills in football or track, please make your way to the south gate of the field.
About 7.
Make your way to the south gate of the field.
Second down and goal.
Second about 3.
3.
Quick snap there, Hondo up the middle. Quarterback sneak. Is he going to get in? There's a pile. Everybody's throwing their hands up. Refs haven't signaled a darn thing.
He is short, just short according to what the near side referee is doing right now as he's running into that pile.
Well, they were 8 yards away, and Hondo got about 7 3/4.
Yeah.
So they'll have first and goal to go now. First down was picked up easily.
From the 1-yard line.
So it is okay.
Good use of quick snap. Walked up. Hut. GW wasn't expecting that at all. So Hondo now under center again. Takes the handoff up the middle. That's Wellen. Wellen practically untouched. Wellen gets himself a 1-yard touchdown rush with 3:53 to go in the second quarter. The Beat Diggers go up 4 scores now. Brush will trot on for the extra point. You know, there's usually, during touchdown drives, you look and go, well, he led the way or that player led the way. Not really for Brush. You can say their running game led the way. Cesar's a huge part. Griffith, Wellen, all contributing. Even Hondo, as Gable Rich's kick is up and good. So it should be 27 on the scoreboard. And there it is.
Until halftime. 27, Patriots 0.
Another nice 52-yard drive.
52-yard drive, 8 plays, and 48 yards.
Yep. GW's got to be wondering if this trip was worth the drive. Come out here to probably what looks to them as Hicktown, but
Well, it was kind of interesting. Before the game started, I was down there, and as they showed up, I was listening to some of the kids and the coaches talking. And the kids walked into the stadium, looked at everything, and goes, "This is a small school."
Yeah, not for here.
It's not a small school.
Not from me anyway. Coming from where I went to high school, that's a small school. Had a graduating class of 13. I imagine that George Washington's probably a huge campus. As Gable Risch will try a little pooch kick again. This one's a little deep. Tried to kick it over. Ooh, nice. Is it going to roll it? Ooh, he should have let it roll out bounce. That's number 5 that picks it up, though. He's going to be dropped right about the 20-yard line.
Gutsy return on his part. The ball just kind of hit the ground and dived right at the 12-yard line. He picked it up and returned it for about 6 yards. So, not bad. But you're definitely getting pretty gutsy in that situation.
Yeah, Risch, I think, noticed that they kind of brought their returners up a little bit. So instead of that pooch kick, he put a little more into it. So then they had to retreat. They retreated a little too far. Like you said, just hit the ground and dived. And it was rolling towards the sideline, but I said leave it alone. But he probably did the right thing because Brush was coming. And that would be a heck of an onside kick to recover it at the 20-yard line. Yeah. So GW takes over. 21. We got another stoppage here.
That might be their last time out.
Patriots do take another time out. B&B Appliance and repair, from refrigerators to vacuums and everything in between. They have exactly what you need And they service it to B&B Appliance, Enzyme Street in Fort Morgan. 3:47 to go, second quarter. Brush leads 27-0. I'll be interested to see what kind of adjustments the Patriots make at halftime. I'm sure it'll involve stacking the box with 6, 7, 8 guys, and that's kind of when I'd look for Brush to maybe take a little more risk, and maybe do a couple rollouts, fake the handoff. That's when you can usually take advantage of those stacked boxes.
Yeah, and GW they've got to be, figuring out the main thing is how they're going to stop this run game, and I think you're right. I think they'll tend to go to a 5-man front here and try to put maybe blitz a little bit more. But once again, you can live and die by the blitz. Sometimes it works, other times you get caught, and it's a big play. So it can go either way.
Out of timeout, they'll go back to their pistol set, 2 left, 1 right. They're on the left hash. Smith send Friedman in motion left to right. He goes across, lines up. They'll do a little reverse handoff there as Honeycutt was in the backfield. He gets across the 40. Hondo's the man to beat. Honeycutt across the 40, across the 30. I don't think anybody's going to catch him. 20-10 touchdown, Marcellus Honeycutt Jr. as he takes it 80 yards for GW's first score of the game. That's just a couple missed tackles there.
Exactly. He took the handoff, came to the near side of the formation. Our defensive end, who was a no-host, was blocked really well. He was able to cut up inside, make a move, and then he's down. He's a heck of an athlete. He's got a great long stride, so once he gets in the open, it's going to be awful hard to catch him.
I noticed that, too. He runs like a horse. It's going to be hard to catch him. This thing turns into a track meet here. On for the extra point. George Washington, that kick looks up and good.
Point after attempt.
And the Patriots get themselves on the board for the first time in this game. 3:34 to go in the second quarter.
And just like that, GW's back to kick the ball off to Brush.
27-7 is your score now. 3.5 minutes away from halftime. Talked about adjustments. I'm sure that'll be in GW's halftime adjustments. Just do that more. Get the ball to number 2. That seems to work well for you.
Exactly. I mean, watching a little bit of the film ahead of time that we had on some games they played last year, Honeycutt was one of their playmakers on the team, and I was quite surprised that they didn't try to get him the ball a little bit more. Earlier in the game, I know that they wanted to throw the ball to him and see if they could take advantage for that. But obviously, with his type of speed and his elusiveness, if you get him in the backfield in that situation, take advantage of it. Let your best player put the ball in your best player's hands.
Honeycutt, he's only a sophomore. So, looks like there's going to be quite the high school career ahead of him. As your 3 ball carriers are back to return for Brush. George Washington lines up in 3 points for their kickoff coverage here. Deep kick. Wellens got to retreat to about the 5. He turns it upfield. Breaks it across the 30. Looked like he was going to break through and go a lot farther than that, but he gets wrapped up at the ankles. Then is dropped down just past the 30. Nice little 26-yard return for number 23, Wellen.
Ball spotted at the 31-yard line.
Ondo trots back onto the field. Sisk right behind him. Brush with a chance for one more drive before the half. Sisk will go out to the right here. Towards Brush's sideline. Brush going my left to right. Ondo's under center. They're on that far left hash and whistles again.
It's like a delay of game.
Now, Coach Schwint got a timeout in there before that timeout, brought to you by Greg Mullen at State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, Mullen and his team are there to make the insurance world easy for you. Call them today, 842-4555. There's more timeouts in basketball than there is football. During the basketball season, I could read that sponsor with my eyes closed by about the 3rd game of the season.
Yes, that is true. I mean, if things are going good for you on the offensive side of the ball, you really don't call a whole lot of timeouts. Just let the clock run, do what you're doing, and score points.
I think Coach Schwint wants to get off to a good start here with this series right before the half.
I look for them to try to open it up a little bit more right now, just to see what they can do, work on their passing game a little bit, and just see if they can have any success with it. Although I'd probably stay away from Honeycutt, who's on the near side here, because he is the most athletic out of that bunch right now.
They roll right towards him. Oh, Moriarty's wide open. They throw it short to Griffith, though. Griffith gets lit up by Honeycutt, but it's not going to bother Ty much, as that's a completed pass there. Moriarty was wide, and I mean wide open about the 50-yard line.
Gain of about 1 on that play?
I would say so. 2nd down and 9 to go for your Beat Diggers. Ty Griffith's first reception here. Now they're on the near hash. Fake the handoff. Hondo rolls right. Gets wrapped up. Flag thrown. Hondo gets dragged down shy of the 35. The 35. Flag's thrown at the 30. Probably going to be a hold here. Yep, holding on the offense. So it'll be 2nd and about 14 now. Not exactly how you want to go into half. You're going to give Patriots any kind of confidence at all. Ball's placed at the 20-yard line now. First down is the 41. So 2nd and 21. Rush will bring everybody in tight. Wellens to the right. Moriarty on the left. Hondo under center. Turn around, head off the left side. That's Cesar. He's wrapped up in the backfield. Give him another 1-yard loss there. 2:20 to go now. 2nd quarter. 3rd down and forever to go for the Beat Diggers. First real success GW has had stopping the Beat Diggers all night. Head coach Swift of the Patriots got to be liking what he sees, a little bit of life from his team finally. Under center, Hondo goes again. Flag's thrown. And we got a false start against Brush again. This is turning into an ugly, ugly drive. So
now it's 3rd down and 27, so definitely not going the way that they want to go at the end of the half here.
No, clock ran a little more, minute 48 to go before half now. Keep backing up more, though, and you end up having to punt. Punt's not going to make it into the opposite side of the field here. You're going to be with George Washington a good, decent field position, even if it's only with about a minute left. Saw how fast they can strike there on their last drive. Hondo under center. Turn around, hand it off to Griffith. Griffith, he's got opening there. Honeycutt's there for the tackle, but Griffith gets about 10 maybe. Gets him out to the 29-yard line.
Picks up about 9.
Yeah. So Brush is going to go ahead and punt it here. Cardenas is going to be the man who kicks it away. Honeycutt's back as a return man. Brush should let this thing run down. We're under a minute now. 55 seconds. Clock runs.
First punt of the game for the Brush Beat Diggers. Coming this late in the quarter. 48 seconds to go. End of the 2nd quarter.
A little bit of breeze into their face here, and we got another timeout. Another Brush timeout. You know who it's brought to you by? Greg Mullen with State Farm Insurance. Give him a call. 842-4555.
I think what Coach did at that time, Tyler, is just a chance for him to talk with his guys to make sure they've got everything secured on the punt coverage. Don't allow any gaps where they can blitz and get through and potentially block the punt, get a big turnover here going into halftime. You definitely don't want that to happen. So just a chance for him to regroup. You know, it's early in the season. There's a lot of things that they still need to work on, and this is the time you take the chance to talk to them in a game situation.
So you have 2 jobs, block and then find number 2.
Yeah.
Block for a solid 2.5, 3 seconds. and then find number 2.
Yeah, Silas Evans as well as Marcellus
Yeah.
Honeycutt, 2 very athletic football players, lots of speed and shifty runners. So definitely you got to be aware of where those guys are on the field.
Honeycutt standing at about the 42, 43-yard line. Cardenas is going to kick this thing to the right sideline. It's going to get to about the 45, and they called a fair catch, I guess. Oh, penalty flag. It's going to be another holding call.
Might have been holding on Brush. I'd say on that far side, it looked like they were able to get a lot of pressure that time. GW was on that punt. And one of the big guys, that Kerry Brown, the junior, 6'2", 265 from GW, was pounding down inside there on the punt.
Oh! So GW.
That's probably why he was in there so soon, and he was the one that got called for the penalty. So
GW gets called for a roughing the kicker and a 15-yarder and an automatic first down. That, I'm sure GW thinks that's a little home field advantage, but I mean, I didn't see it, so I really don't know what to say. Good for Brush, I guess, is they got 36 seconds here and a fresh breath of life to maybe try and do something here. As they hand it off to Cesar. He makes one-man miss, bounce off spin, picks up a couple yards. We're going to let the clock run here, maybe one more play. They say sorry, they give him about 3. 12 carries for number 28. And they're not even going to run a play. They're going to let the clock run down as Brush heads to the locker room as they take a 27-7 lead with them. We will go ahead and take a quick timeout, come back with your halftime show right here on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com, and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Welcome back into 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com, the Eastern Plains Sports Network. As Tyler Carmen and Ron Albo are with you tonight as your Beat Diggers come out of halftime with a 27-7 lead and are ready to kick off the second half against the George Washington Patriots. George Washington will be on the receiving end of the kickoff as we get ready to get the second half underway.
You know, Tyler, we were talking earlier about the Brush Beat Digger schedule, and next week they'll be traveling just across town to go play Fort Morgan. That is always a big game for this community. You know, both Brush and Fort Morgan, 9 miles apart. A lot of pride involved in that, a lot of rivalry with those guys. You know, it's always good to come away with a win, and of course whoever wins those games always has little bragging rights for the entire season until next football season. So I know that Brush is looking forward to that as much as Fort Morgan is. So it should be another good outing next Friday night at Fort Morgan as they take on the Mustangs. So you know, we'll look forward to that. First of all, we got a second half of football to come here at B. Digger Stadium, so we're looking for another good second half. You know, I look to like I was saying earlier, I look to have GW take some chances down the field and see if they can throw the ball, maybe loosen up the defense a little bit. They haven't been very productive in the running game. They haven't been able to actually get the ball very much because Brush has been able to control the clock and hold the ball, and so when you don't have opportunities, you really can't see what your offense can do.
No, and GW's quarterback Gabe Smith, a junior, looks like a young quarterback, and they tried to let him turn it loose there a little bit at the beginning, but he hasn't gotten the opportunities that you'd like a young quarterback to have. And a little bit of looking forward to next week. A little bit. I know it was just a year, but we didn't have a county matchup last year between Brush and Morgan, so that'll be fun to watch for sure. I'm excited. I always love rivalry games like that, so for sure. But you're right. We need to finish off the second half of this one first, as Patriots look like they're fixing to take the field, as is Brush.
Yes.
Looks like George Washington will be kicking north to south.
And once again, like you said, a great crowd. I mean, still lots of people here.
Oh, yeah.
People down standing next to the fence to watch the game. So, you know, Friday night footballs, it's great to have Friday night football back in the county again, back in our town again. I know I was really excited for the start of this kickoff. So, and that's definitely carried on with the community, and they're staying here and looking for a great second half of football.
Once again, honoring Coach Mills tonight. It's also alumni night, and just really cool to see all the the different players and coaches that have been along Larry Mills' side throughout the years. And, there's so many more, probably hundreds more that didn't make it tonight. So just a great sight to see. It's always fun to honor a legend in his own source. So,
and with all the different broadcasts available, I know we were streaming the game live through a YouTube channel. We also have our radio network, and I know lots of former athletes and that that have been through here, that I've coached here as being part of the program. They listen to us on the radio all the time. So even though they're not here in person, they're listening either by radio or whatever else other opportunities they have.
Kickoff here goes out of bounds near about the 15-yard line. There's a flag flies there, so we'll see if George Washington wants him to re-kick it. Doesn't look like it. Oh, yep, re-kick. With a 5-yard penalty, so Gable Risch will line it up again at the 35 this time. I'd let him re-kick it too.
Yeah, definitely.
With Honeycutt back there, I believe. Well, I don't see him back there return now.
Honeycutt is...
He's in the third row,
yeah,
so he's a little bit shallower,
yeah,
which makes sense. I feel a breeze through the window, but it's not really moving the flags, so...
Yeah, they changed their return. They've got their 5 guys up front, then they've got 2, 2, and 2. Honeycutt is in that middle zone back there, so hoping, based on where Brush has kicked it before, they're hoping that maybe he can pick up a return.
This one looks to be a little bit straighter here. Dies near the 15. They're going to have to pick it up there. That's number 5. Welland's in track. Can't track him down. He's running clear across the field. Tries to turn it upfield. Can. He stopped at about the 20-yard line.
Good return. And
that's number 5 for the George Washington Patriots, Ricky Valdez. George Washington will take over at the 20-yard line.
First down and 10. 11 minutes and 52 seconds to go in the third quarter as we begin the third quarter.
27-7, Brush leads here. Patriots trot up to the line. They got one guy split out left. Valdez will trot out to the right now. They're on the far hash. Smith's in that pistol set, and that's Honeycutt behind him. Turn around, hand it off to him. He goes off the left side. He's got the edge. Dragged out of bounds there. Nice job by Cesar.
Gain of about 3, I believe.
Looked like he had the edge there, and Cesar just kind of came out of nowhere and dragged him out.
Yeah, Cesar doing a great job playing on the defensive end over there, stringing that out, not letting those guys hook him and take away that big play.
Looks like they gave Honeycutt about 4. Just a second carry, and he's got 84 yards. That's a pretty good average. So they got a tight end here and a fullback off the right side. They hand it off that way. Honeycutt's looking for the edge. Coming downhill, he hurdles the tackle. That slowed him down enough. He's fighting, trying to get to the 30. He's not going to get it. Cavalry finally arrived for the Beat Diggers. He's going to be stopped short of the first again. Honeycutt's laying on the ground, as is a Beat Digger. Nope.
Yep. Picked up about 3.
6 popped up, and Honeycutt's on the ground. We're going to have an injury timeout here for the Patriots. He did kind of get wrapped up and drugged down there. Bank of Colorado is the only bank dedicated to helping you make the most of living here. They're not just a bank in Colorado, they're a bank of Colorado. Proud supporter of local sports and academics. This Honeycutt will have to take at least a play off. Left leg for sure. He's going to trot off. Looks like he'll probably be back, I would imagine.
Yeah, on that play, he had planted his leg in the ground. As the defense came to him, they just twisted him around. I think his leg was still planted in the grass, and so it might have twisted the ankle or the knee possibly, but he's jogging off, so it looks like he should be okay.
Yep. 10:48 to go in the third quarter. GW's got about 3 yards to go here. So Honeycutt picked up about 3 on that last carry. So that means Elijah Bryant will go back into that running back position. Smith will turn around, hand it off to him up the middle. He's going to be knocked down just across the 30. That should stop him short of the first, so it's going to be 4th down as Bryant picks up maybe 2.
Gain of about 2, brings up 4th down and 4. 4th down and 2.
Looks like about 4th and 1. No. Well, that doesn't make any sense at all.
Well, yeah, not where the spot was.
No.
It didn't look like it was even close to a first down, but okay.
Okay. Even over there on the chains, it wasn't a first, but it looks like they give it to him anyway. Ball on the 31. Bryant able to pick up the first down. He's still in the backfield now. They go back to that pistol set. Fullback's a little bit ahead. He'll go across to the right. Flag thrown here. Delay game again. Delay game on Patriots. And they'll walk it back 5 yards. Ricky Valdez will trot back onto the field for the Patriots. Patriots have got a huge tight end, Josh Wolfer. He's 6'1", but he looks about 6'4".
Yeah, he's a big.
He's a big dude. No doubt a heck of a blocking tight end here as they turn around and hand it off to Bryant. Bryant's up the middle. He gets dropped there, just maybe back to the line. Maybe they'll give him 1. Griffith there on the tackle. Clock winding down to 9 minutes now in the third. Score still remains 27-7. Your Beat Diggers lead. GW definitely takes their sweet time in the huddle. They'll swap out a couple. Valdez wasn't even in the huddle. He was talking to the coach, but he split out left. There's a slot man inside of him. He comes in motion. Oh, we've got a false start there as the left guard for the Patriots just stood up. Jeez. There was some confusion there for sure on the Patriots offense, especially on the line. So that'll back them up even more. It's called 2nd and 19. Valdez isn't in the huddle again. He's out left. They'll go 2 wide right. Honeycutt's back in behind Smith in the pistol. Friedman goes in motion. Fake the handoff, little cross. This time it's sniffed out. Honeycutt's dropped in the backfield there. Nice tackle by number 52 for your Brush Beat Diggers.
Yeah, Jace Krieger, because Jace Krieger normally wears number 34, I believe, but he's playing offensive tackle this week. He's our left tackle starting, so he's wearing number 52 to be able to be eligible to play on the line of scrimmage because he's not running the ball this week.
I got you. Okay, I was like, all right, we have some number discrepancy here, but good tackle by Krieger for sure. Clock under 8 minutes now. We got 3rd and forever for George Washington. They got to make it to the 40. They drop back to pass. Smith's looking around. He's being chased. He's going to go a little shovel pass to Honeycutt. Honeycutt at the 25, 30. Blocking the back. Flag's got to be thrown. It's not. As Sis got hammered in the back. He's looking for it. The Brush bench is looking for it.
Looks like Cesar was also complaining about being held on the far side, but that's kind of the name of the game. It's going to happen.
So they still should be 4th down here. Give a pass and catch to Smith and Honeycutt for about 18.
4th and about 1. Maybe a long 1, short 2.
So they go 2 right, 1 left, split out. Honeycutt behind, Friedman in motion right to left. Snap, handed off to Honeycutt. Honeycutt's around the corner. He's got the first down. Tries that hurdle again.
Picks up about 5.
At some point, you're going to try and hurdle. You're going to get planted. I wouldn't make it a habit. I mean, I'm not one that could jump like that, but I've seen it. And sooner or later, you get the wind knocked out of you. So Honeycutt picks up about 6 there, again, first down.
And Honeycutt coming back in the game after that little ankle injury that he had earlier and being very productive right now.
Yeah, looks just fine. Valdez will go out left. Schwinn will follow him. Or, I'm sorry, out right. Friedman comes in motion left to right. Smith's back to pass. He's looking deep. He's got his man underthrew him. Ball's incomplete. Good defense there by Sisk. Might have been beat a little bit, but underthrown, was able to regain his position and knock that ball loose.
So in the film that I watched, that was one of their main plays that they'd run when they go down the field to throw that ball to him. And both times Sisk has been in really good position to be able to break that up. So excellent job right there, just being aware of where the ball was and then battling.
Yep. Incomplete pass stops the clock. 6:52 to go in the third. Brush still holds a 20-point lead. They go 2 left, 1 right again. Motion left to right again. Snap. Back to pass. He's looking again. That's way overthrown. That's another incompletion for Smith. That one, I don't know if it's just kind of how I see things, but that looked overthrown from the second he threw it.
Yes. So the last couple of plays I've been watching their tight end. He's running a little deep or shallow crossing route right there. And he's a big enough kid. If they just dump the ball to him, there's a chance they can get a big gain out of that.
Might be setting up for it. That tight end Wolfer, he's a senior.
Yeah, they got to get
He's been around.
They got to get a handle on him, not let him get a clean release either.
So here we go again. Friedman left to right. Snap looking left. Ball's tipped at the line. Great defense there by Brush. This Ty Griffith's going to limp off the field a little bit.
It's one of our linebackers who's coming in to replace him. Ivan Cardenas is in his place now.
So another incompletion here. So it's 4th and 10. Freeman takes a snap, no motion here. Looks like you're trying for a screen. So starts watching him. They throw it up top. Nothing. Kind of threw it into triple coverage there. He was looking for his junior receiver, Silas Evans. Threw it short. Luckily it wasn't picked off there. Cardenas was back there. And that'll be turnover on down. So good defense there by Brush. A little passing attack they handled with relative ease here, and they'll take over near the 50-yard line with 6:38 to go in the third. They're actually in plus territory, called to 45. 3 straight incompletions for the junior Gabe Smith there to end that drive, and Brush takes over for the first time in the second half. Hondo hands it off up the middle. That's well in. He'll drive across the 40-yard line.
Pick up about 7 yards, 6-7 yards on that play.
Number 7, Gabe Smith.
Looking at Ty Griffith, he's getting either looked at or stretched out there on the sideline. It's his left leg. So Sisk will go out right. Wellen and Cesar behind him. Cesar takes the handoff. He turns, gets close to the 35. Close to a first down. Got about 4 yards there. It'll be 3rd and 1. Cesar's first carry of the second half here. Clock running again. 5.5 to go, third quarter. On the near hash now, going my right to left. Hondo under center, takes the snap up the middle. That's well, and he's got the first down and a little more. Give him about 4 yards there. And Brush will get a fresh set of downs with 5 minutes to go in the third. Seems like they're running the clock down just a little bit more, which
Yeah.
is fine. That's what you do with a 20-point lead.
With Ty Griffith out, now they've moved Wellen to halfback, and they've got Yvonne Cardenas in there at the slot back where Wellen was playing. So great versatility in the group of guys they've got back there. They can move them around.
Schwint goes out right. They're still on this near hash. Hondo under center. Hands it off like up the middle. That's a little fake there. That's Hondo still has the ball. Faked me out even. Hondo breaking tackles. Gets to that far pylon, and Hondo scampers in. Might have twisted his ankle. But it's a touchdown nevertheless for your Brush Beat Digger. It's a nice little 25-yard scamper.
If anybody knows the Brush offense, that's a bootleg right. Hondo picked it. Nice play fakes. And that came because of the fact that they've been able to run the inside trap and the dive, so it's the same motion. The inside linebackers bid on it. Hondo had a great play fake, ran to the far side of the field, turned it upfield, and scored a touchdown.
Everybody bought that Wellen had the ball, even me. Great way to open up the second half scoring here. As Hondo did, like I said, he was like he twisted his ankle a little bit. Maybe he crossed the goal line. He only broke about half a dozen tackles on the way there. But he's going to stay in. He must be either the long snapper or the holder or something for the extra points. 4:40 to go. Brush with that touchdown takes a 33-7 lead. As Brush has to take a timeout. Not exactly where you'd want to burn a timeout on an extra point, but Ryan Schwint elects to do it. Timeout brought to you by Greg Mullen at State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, Greg Mullen and his team are there to make the insurance world easy for you. Call today, 842-4555. Still looking at Ty Griffith there getting worked on the sideline. Hope he's okay. So out of the timeout here, extra point upcoming. George Washington trots back out onto the field.
It's being a situation to go for two right now to make this score.
Yep, Hondo will line up under center. He'll go up the middle to Kyle Wellen. Wellen gets across. Yes, he does. Two-point conversion is good for your Brush Beat Diggers, and they get 2:35 here, 28-point lead with 4:41 to go in the third quarter. Nice drive there. Started at the 45-yard line plus territory. Brush able to take advantage and march it right down the field. Capitalized by a 25-yard scamper by Alejandro Maltos Garcia. Got to be honest, Ron, I really like what I've seen from Hondo in this game thus far. A lot of growth, a lot of maturity, it looks like, on his part from last year to this year. Even in their win last year against Fort Lupton, it looked like he was maybe a little timid here and there, but just absolutely doing a fantastic job for your Brush Beat Diggers here to open up their season.
Well, definitely. I mean, you know, the plus side of him, very rarely do you ever see a kid that is a 4-year starter at quarterback, okay, no matter where you play. And Hondo's been playing since his freshman year. So, yeah, they took a lot of beating. He took a lot of beating his freshman, sophomore year. And that junior year, you know, he had a chance to, you know, hopefully start to mature a little bit more, but then the way the season was. But for him to be able to pick it up right now, it's exactly what you expect.
They kind of pooch kick it again. Running back for the Patriots picks it up, gets it across the 40-yard line. Elijah Bryant, number 26, is the one who returns it for a few yards, and George Washington will have pretty good starting field position here. Call it the 44-yard line in their own territory. 4:37 to go. Brush leads 35-7. George Washington's got their second opportunity to do something here in the second half. Back in the pistol set, 2 wide right, 1 wide left, turn around, head off to Honeycutt. Honeycutt off the left side. Cesar couldn't grab him. Tries to cut it upfield. He's close to the 50. Give him about 5.5, 6 yards.
Honeycutt, when he gets an opportunity to run the ball and has a little bit of space there, he's definitely very athletic and can break it at any time. So Brush has got to make sure that they're staying very disciplined on that defensive side there and not let him get out.
Yeah, it didn't take long for the Patriots to realize, hey, he's not doing us any good at receiver.
Yeah.
Put him in the backfield.
One thing I did notice is Hondo's not backing on defense right now. He's kind of stretching out his ankle or his calf over here. I think he's got a cramp. So
2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. Fake the handoff. Go across. There's that middle right there. You called it, Ron. Their tight end, Wolfer, has a completion for a first down. Give him about 15 yards.
The receiver.
that breaks it a first down and 10 right off the bat.
Wide open in the middle of the field was Wolfer, and he's a big dude.
Yep.
Easy target. They don't have a weight listed for him, but he looks every bit of about 190.
Yep, he's a good sized kid.
They'll go 1 split out left, 1 split out right. They're on the far hash, plus territory now. When he cuts back, they got a fullback lined up left. Honeycutt takes the handoff to the left. Little spin move there, and then just drove back. Might have picked up about 4. Moriarty on the tackle there. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Now Brush leads 35-7. They only give Honeycutt about 3 on that carry. Second down and 7. 1 wide out left, 1 right. They're back. And a fullback set. Fullback stretch to the left. Tight end to the right. Turn around, hand it off to the fullback. That was sniffed out beautifully. Brush should be pretty easy to sniff that out. Flags fly. Lots of flags fly.
Yeah, that time the defense, they were in a base 4-3 defense, Brush was, and when they come out in that formation where they've got a tight end and the other tight end, when they go double tight, they'll bring their outside linebacker. In that case, it was Jace Krieger came down to a defensive lineman there, and he was the one that blew up the play. He recognized that lineman was going to block down him. He squeezed down and forced them to come up and make a big play.
So there was 2 unsportsmanlike conducts called. One was on number 87 for your Beat Diggers. That's Stegner. But they offset, so we'll stay at third down.
Third and about 3.
Whoever their fullback was on that carry picked up about a couple.
Yep.
So Bryant is back now at running back. Honeycutt goes back to his original position, split out left. Schwint's going to go out there to guard him. Well, 3rd and 5. Fullback set again. Flag fly again. This has got to be a false start. Yep. That's going to back him up 5 yards. Closer now to 3rd and 10. That helps Brush out. 2:16 to go, third quarter. So George Washington will reset. Back in it now, 1 left, 1 right. Looked like a false start again. Smith's looking left side. Ball's underthrown. It's caught, though, by Honeycutt. Flags fly, though. So it's going to be a touchdown called, but now we'll see. We'll see what the penalty brings.
Could be offensive pass.
No, they holding on defense. Looks like they called holding on Schwint out there. Honeycutt came away with it anyway. So a touchdown pass and catch from Smith to Honeycutt. A little bit of a jump ball there, and Honeycutt comes away with it. Looked like about a 40-yard pitch and catch. And the Patriots back on the board again, their second score of the game.
And both times on big plays too, Tyler. Nothing that really, they grind the ball down the field a little bit, but basically big plays have put them in the end zone so far tonight.
Yep, extra point blocked. Kicked pretty low anyway. It actually might have hit one of the Patriots' own linemen right in the back of the head, but extra point's no good. So Brush leads now 35-13. Their lead's cut a little bit.
53 seconds left in the third quarter. Derby Diggers 35. Patriots 13.
So Brush will get ready to return a kick for just the third time tonight. 1:53 to go in the third. Smith, Patriots quarterback, looks like he's gaining a little bit more comfort. A little bit more familiarity with his skill players, although it's pretty easy to turn around and hand it off to Honeycutt or just throw it up to him. So Patriots will kick it off going left to right, north to south. Wind's going to be a little bit stronger in their face now. Now it's at least moving the American flag. Welland's still back at the 10-yard line. Cesar and Griffith back in the game. That's good to see. They're standing at the 15. Kickoff underway here. Goes deep, hangs in the air for a while. Welland's got to come all the way up to catch it. Takes off at about the 25. Turns the corner on the left side. Gets to just shy of the 40, call it 39-yard line. Nice return there by Kyle Welland. He had to run just as far to catch it as he did after he caught it.
Yep, 19-yard, 20-yard return on the play.
Drop us under 2 minutes to go in the third. Brush will take over with a 35-13 lead. Just over 13 minutes to play in this game. They'll bring everybody back in tight here. Ty Griffith back behind him. Cesar joins him in the backfield. Handoff up to Ty up the middle. Going to pick up about 2. Brush ought to be content just running it on about every play. Running the clock down. Griffith will get the play and run back in. Cardenas will take a breather now. Clock coming down on 1 minute. Left in the third. Everybody in tight again. Griffith's your slot back to the right now. Turn around, head off to the nose up the middle. He stops shy of the 45. Give him about 3. This is second carry of the half. The clock will turn now under a minute in this third quarter.
15 carries and 68 yards for Cesar tonight.
Game has slowed down a little bit now that Brush doesn't have their foot pushed firmly down on the gas. They slowed it down a little bit. Sisk will go out right for this third down play. 25 seconds to go. Turn around, fake the handoff. Hondo bootleg right. Hesitate a little bit. Got around Wolfer. He picks up the first down. Spin move. 45-yard line. He's in plus territory.
10 yards and a first down for Hondo on bootleg.
Johnson on the tackle. And they'll stop the clock to move the chains, but Brush will probably go ahead and let it run out. They will as they trot to the sideline. End the third quarter on a good note. Brush still holds a 35-13 lead. We got 1 quarter to go. We'll take a quick timeout. Come back with the fourth and final quarter right here on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com, and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Welcome back into Beat Digger Football on 1010 KSIR. Tyler Carmen, Ron Alba with you as the fourth quarter is underway. Cesar Nose takes it up the middle for a 6-yard carry to start the quarter. Good start by Brush trying to close this game out. George Washington, just a couple big plays have gotten them on the board for their 2 scores. An 80-yard scamper by Honeycutt and a 45-yard catch by Honeycutt from Smith. Towards the end of that third quarter here. Well, and up the middle again. Here's the turn on the Jets again. Find the edge. Stutters a little bit. Gets down to the 10-yard line. Beautiful run there by Kyle Wellen. Give him 30 yards on the rush. Should be about first and goal. They are. They set it at the 10-yard line. First and goal. Beat Diggers looking to put another one on the board.
And just like that, Kyle Wellen, 12 rushes, 90 yards.
30-yard scamper on that, longest rush of the game for your Beat Diggers. Just nudges out Hondo's 25-yard touchdown scamper less than a quarter ago. Cardenas will go in motion right to left. Hand it off to Hinojos. Hinojos shuffles to the right side, picks up about 5. They'll have second and goal to go from the 5-yard line. We've got another GW player on the ground. They help him up, but they already called time, so I think he probably is going to have to take a play off. Yep, he's walking off field. There you go, big boy. Jog it off. 11 minutes to go, 1 minute passed, and brushes 2 plays in and knocking on the door again. Cisco's out left. Wellen and Cesar, quick snap again. Nope, they're gonna call false start here as they tried that quick snap. Call false start, but they didn't say on who. And Coach Wynn's pleading him. That's what that's all about. It's a quick snap. Let him do it. So that negates Hinojos' 5-yard scamper. It backs him up. We're second and goal from the 10 again. So now Schwinn will go out left. Hinojos back again. Cardenas slot back to the right. Turn around, hand it off to Hinojos. He's not going to get his 5 yards back. Give him about 3, I'd say. So now we're going to have, they give him 4 yards there, so about 6 yards to go. Goal to go. Make sure you stick around for your post-game show brought to you by Stubbs Gas and Oil. There in Wiggins. Rolling and Hinojos behind him again. Same formation. Hondo turn around. He tries that boot again. He gets to the 5-yard line. Maybe they'll give him forward progress to the 4. 9.5 to go in the fourth quarter. Give Hondo about 3 yards. His shortest rush of the game.
Five rushes for 34 yards and 2 touchdowns. Still not bad.
Yeah, pretty good night. And we still got 9 minutes to go. There they go, 4th down. Little pass over the middle. Is it caught? It is caught. Moriarty wrestled it away there. That should have been a pick. Moriarty manages to come away with it. That's a 5-yard touchdown pass. Hondo to his favorite target, Cade Moriarty.
And that all set up by the bootleg running and the inside trap. That's just a little fake to the tight end and a little 81 cross right there, 81 dump, and he's wide open.
Hondo bailed out by Moriarty there. That looked like it was thrown right to the defensive back, and Caden just, wrestled it away. So point after attempt here, Gable Risch went to Holder, and that is blocked. I believe Wolfer was the one to get a hand on it. So extra point, no good. Brush into the 40s, 41-13, 9:05 to go in the fourth quarter. They have a commanding lead. High Plains Bank, friendly local community bank, serving Wiggins and all surrounding areas. Find out more at highplainsbank.com. Ty Griffith, limited action since having that little left leg injury. Well, and then Hinojos and Cardenas doing the halfback duties. Griffith still on the sideline, though. Helmet on, ready to go.
That scoring drive was 6 plays, 48 yards, and covered a total of 2 minutes and 58 seconds.
I'll take a couple more of those if they got him as Rish kicks it off. This is traveling towards the sideline again. Caught at the 15, turn it upfield. Schwint cuts off the sideline. Nice tackle there as Calvi arrives 6th in there. Oh, it might have been a fumble again. Nope. Nope. Ball stays with the Patriots, and they'll take over at about the 30-yard line in their own territory. Good job by Caden Schwint, keeping the edge, not letting that return man find the sideline. Just turn it inside to your help.
You know, except for early in the game, the special teams has definitely tightened up a whole lot the second half of the game here. They led a couple of big returns early in the game, but I think that probably has to come with just jitters and just kind of getting yourself settled into game speed and game situations. So a great job and great adjustments at halftime.
And except for the one Patriot fumble, ball security, which is something that you need to always be worried about with first game of season, that's been really good too. So good things to see all around, especially from the hometown Beat Diggers. So pistol set again, 2 left, 1 right, low snap. Smith picks it up, hands it off left to Honeycutt. Honeycutt looking for the corner. Maybe picks up 5 or 6 there. We'll see where they mark it, where he stepped out. Give him about 6. Did go out of bounds. Clock stops at 8:53.
The best thing for the Brush Beat Diggers to do right now is to go ahead and keep those guys in bounds, let that clock just continue to run.
Absolutely. Friedman in motion, left to right again. Mullen picks him up. Straight drop back for Smith. He's looking deep. Overthrows him there. Silas Evans, that speed demon, streaking down the Beat Digger sideline, just overthrown a little bit. That was about the best pass thrown by Smith, just a hair out of the reach for Evans.
And he had lots of time back there. His line held up very well, gave him time to sit, plant his feet, and deliver that pass downfield. Unfortunately, it was overthrown, which is good for the Brush Beat Diggers because Austin Sisk was beat on that play.
Yeah, and he had good position when the ball was thrown, and then Evans just turned it on and kind of ran right by him. Sisk is giving him plenty of room now. Crossing pattern again. Ooh, threw it behind him. Cardenas nearly had an interception there. Back-to-back incompletions for Patriot quarterback number 7, Smith. 8:45 to go, 4th and final.
I know one thing Coach Schwint talked about early in the season, which it's always an issue, is just the conditioning part and some of the cramping, dehydration. So you can see some of the players need a little bit more water, but it's just early in the season. They just got to get in game shape.
Got to be happy with what they see so far, though. I mean, as a coaching staff, just a couple big plays as they try a little swing pass out here that is stopped dead in its tracks before it can even get started. I believe that was number 21 for the Patriots who checked in. I'm going to have to check my roster. DeAndre Fabre loses a little bit on that swing pass. It's something Patriots don't want. That keeps the clock running, come down on 8 minutes.
Yeah, very impressed with what the offensive line is doing for GW, giving him some time to throw the ball back there.
We are in lightning delay currently.
Oh, no.
Lightning under 10 miles. We are in a lightning
We are currently in a lightning delay.
Return to your locker room.
That's also the
First game I've ever done for Brush 2 years ago. It was the first game of the season in Wiggins, and we had a ridiculously long lightning delay, so let's hope that that doesn't continue. 8 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. If you give me a quick minute, I'll pull up the radar and we'll see what this looks like, as the fans are being told to go hide in the bathrooms like we're in a tornado. This should not last long, folks. I see this little tiny blip on the radar. But in that meantime, we'll go ahead and we'll take a quick timeout, send you back to the station. We'll go ahead and play the program we had set for halftime. So keep it tuned. We'll get to the last 8 minutes of this game eventually, but yeah, we'll send it back to the station right here on 1010 KSR, KSR.com. in the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. The quickest lightning delay I have ever seen. We went to a lightning delay with 8 minutes left, and at 7:59 minutes to go in the game, they go in ahead and call it, as your Brush Beat Diggers are going to walk away with a 41-13 victory over the George Washington Patriots. This is your post-game show now, brought to you by Stubbs Gas and Oil. Fill up your cooler and gas up your car at Stubbs Gas and Oil. Easy and convenient. Makes it the only stop you need on your way to the big game. Great season opener for the Beat Diggers as 4A George Washington Patriots come all the way down from the front range and absolutely get it handed to them. Once again, that final score is 41-13. I'll go ahead and give you George Washington's stats real quick. Their star player of the night is number 2, Honeycutt Jr. He ends up with 7 carries for 109 yards, including an 80-yard touchdown scamper, which was Patriots' first score of the game. Their quarterback, Gabe Smith, he goes 5 for 13 for 73 yards and a touchdown. His favorite target, believe it or not, was number 2, Honeycutt. He has 2 catches for 58 yards and a touchdown. So Honeycutt, for sure, player of the game for the George Washington Patriots. But it takes more than one man to beat the Brush Beat Diggers, as Ron Albo is fixing to tell you all about.
And for Brush, finishing up with stats, as we look at the Brush Beat Diggers, doing a great job of basically doing what they do best. They want to run the ball, control the ball, score points. And so as we go through our score and recap, the first score was a 6-play drive, 38 yards, 2 minutes and 15 seconds, and that's a touchdown by Arnoldo Maltos Garcia, making the score. Eight plays, 48 yards, 2 minutes and 48 seconds. Maltos Garcia, a 10-yard touchdown run. Second scoring drive for Brush was 5 plays, 22 yards, totaling 3 minutes and 1 second. And once again, another 8-yard run by Maltos Garcia to make the score. The extra point was good, making the score 13-0. The next time Brush got the ball, it was at halftime. And before halftime, the score was 27-7. Starting off the third quarter, GW had the ball. A long drive for them, but resulting in no plays, a lot of penalties backing them up. Brush's next scoring drive in the second half was 4 plays, 55 yards, 1 minute and 58 seconds, making the score 35-7. And then again, their last scoring drive was 6 plays, 48 yards, 2 minutes and 58 seconds, making the score 41-13. And that's where we are right now. Leading rushers, leading stats for the Brush Beat Diggers. Ty Griffith finished up the game with 8 rushes and 56 yards. Cesar Hinojos finished with 18 rushes for 82 yards. 22 rushes for 164 yards.
That's a heck of a night.
Yeah. Kyle Wellen.
I have trouble reading that stat line, too.
12 rushes, 90 yards. And Arnoldo Maltos Garcia, 6 rushes, 72 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So what a great job for the Brush Beat Diggers. They also were able to, mix a couple passes in there to kind of keep them off track, but a great night for those guys. Caden Moriarty coming up big, and from the tight end spot, also from the senior leadership of that Brush Beat Digger team. So like we were saying, it's always good to start out with the win, start out at home, especially with all the festivities that were going on tonight. not letting that be a distraction, just focusing on the game, and a great way to start the Brush Beat Digger football season. As we look outside this window, you can see the lightning coming, so it was definitely a good call on the part of the referees. And I think with GW traveling back to Denver, they probably wanted to get on the road as soon as possible. So, we're waiting for head coach Lance Schwint to make his way up here, and we'll have a chance to talk with him briefly and get a recap of the game and look forward to next week's Fort Morgan game.
For sure, looking ahead to Fort Morgan. You mentioned Hondo, 4 for 5 there, 30 yards and 2 touchdowns. Cade Moriarty's favorite target. He got a couple. And as we are joined by the head coach of your Brush Beat Diggers, Lance Schwint. Coach, you can't really ask for a much better start than that, a 41-13 victory, and you finished 8 minutes early. That's pretty good.
Yeah, we'll take it. Get everybody healthy. A little bit of cramping, a little more cramping than I thought, so talks a little bit about our conditioning, but I'm not in very good condition either because I just danced in there, tried to do the worm, and I think I pulled 2 hamstrings. But yeah, it was exciting for the kids, and we haven't won a game at home in a couple years, so just really proud of them, really proud of the effort of the coaching staff, and what a great night to do it, honoring Coach Mills.
Yeah, exactly. The festivities for Coach Mills were incredible to watch, all the players and coaches that have been alongside him. So we all know about your 3-headed monster in the backfield, but talk about your quarterback, Hondo. That's a great start to the season for him. A lot of growth and maturity, it looks like. Yeah,
Hondo has been played fullback for all his years in middle school, and he's a 200-pound guy. So if you want to focus in on our running backs, we'll just take him to the outside, and he's a load to bring down, and then he's got one of the best arms around. So it's great having him and a 4-year starter at that.
Yep, Ron mentioned that earlier. Yeah, Hondo goes 4 for 5 tonight with 2 touchdowns in the air. That's pretty good. I think he'll take that any day of the week.
Yep, I told Hondo, I go, we're gonna forgo stats. And we're just going to pound the football, and when they start really inching up, we'll hit them deep, and it really worked well tonight. And we'll see how it goes just from here on out.
Yeah. So Fort Morgan next week. Looking forward to the matchup.
Oh yeah, that's my alma mater. I love the place. It seems like I've played there every year. I feel like I've never hardly got a home game, but that's a great place. A lot of memories, and they're very well coached. Briggs Wheatley is one of the top quarterbacks in the state, so what a challenge for our kids, but we're looking forward to it.
Did you make any adjustments at halftime at all? Did you say, hey, when they start creeping up a little bit more? I mean, you go in up 27-7, you're one play away from holding them. I mean, you're stonewalling them, and Honeycutt gets lucky a little bit on that 80-yard scamper. What'd you tell your guys at halftime? Just keep it steady? Yeah,
basically, yeah. We said, do your job. Because if you give that Honeycutt an opening, he's gone, and he got an opening one time, and he made us pay for it. Then he got a deep pass too. So we just say, do your job, things will be fine. And offensively, we're just going to keep pounding it, and if they give us an opportunity to throw, we're going to take it.
Right on. So, Coach Schwint, good job. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
We'll see you next week at Fort Morgan. Yeah, you got to go to Morgan. It sucks, but at least it's only a 9-mile drive.
My mom lives there. It's a little bit closer for her.
Right on. Thank you, Coach. That's head coach Lance Schwint of your victorious Brush Beat Diggers as they take down the 4A George Washington Patriots 41-13. And as he said, first home victory in a while. It's got to feel good on Coach Mills' night. So once again, Ron, thanks for joining in. It's going to be a great season with you. Your final score from Brush Beat Digger Stadium in Larry Mills Field, 41-13. This has been your Beat Digger postgame show brought to you by Stubbs Gas and Oil. Make sure you tune in next week. We'll be on the same channel at the same time, just from Fort Morgan, 9 miles down the road. Thank you to Rose back at the station doing a great job as always, and Christy helping us out as well. From Beat Digger Stadium, once again, final score 41-13. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and watch out for the Lightning. Get home safe.